In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Today, inshallah, we're gonna discuss a new lesson from Mega Goal 6. Let's begin. Our lesson today, inshallah, is from expansion 46. We should discuss the writing at the end of the expansion for our lesson. Okay, at first, on yesterday, we discussed the passage, or we discussed the writing prompt, and we know how to using the article there with our writing passage. Today, inshallah, we will make deep discussing about it, and we will apply it through examples they give it in your people's book. At first, this is some narrows or heads that developing your writing or helping you to develop your writing. Writing an effective conclusion. As what I said on the previous lesson, that our essay, it should have 3 parts. The first one is introduction, and the second part have 3 paragraphs in academic or in general that have 1 part, we calling it the body, and the last one, an important one, is the conclusion. Today, inshallah, we're gonna discuss how we make it an effective, how we still keep the reader for your essay still exciting about what do you want to say at the end of your essay. Okay, developing your writing effective conclusions. An effective conclusions, as a definition of it, usually refers back to the topic sentence in the essay's introduction. So at first of our conclusion, we will begin by some information. We will take it from introduction of our essay and put it inside our conclusion. Gives an essay a sense of compliments and gives the reader something to think about it. So they want to you, from your essay, you should make a sense for your readers. And after that, you should apply some things that keep your reader exciting about what you write. It is common to conclude an essay with 1 or more of the following techniques. What is that techniques? We should apply it in our effective conclusion. It helps you to make an effective conclusion, make it easy, clear for your reader. So number 1, asking the reader a thought-provoking question. What they mean by provoking a question? Provoking a question, which means that annoying, irritating, vexatious, maddening and vexing, and so on. There is a lot of synonyms that according to provoking a question. Number 2, using a quotation. As what I said before, that a quotation is very important to make your effective conclusion with a sense, and don't forget to put the quotes mark between or the quotation which you're using from research in your essay. Number 3, calling for some kind of action. So you should put some kind of action, you should mention, you should add example, and so on. And evoking an image. What do you think evoking is? So evoking is resonating, expressive, and suggestive, and elusive. So resonating and expressive, suggestive is equal for the evoking in your image, an image in your essay. Echoing an image or idea from the introduction. What they mean by echoing an image or idea from the introduction? So, which means that resounding or repeating or pumping or loud or an imitation your image from your introduction. I hope that it's an easy to you and make it a sense for you what is the meaning of effective conclusion and what is the meaning of provoking a question, evoking and echoing an image from your essay. Okay, on next slide, what we have now, we will talk about the essay as the whole, at the general. What does an essay mean? So essay, which means that, is a group of paragraphs written about a single topic and a central main idea. So it have a central main idea with it. or inside it. It must have at least 3 paragraphs. So at what we talking before, the first one is introduction, and the second body, and the last one is conclusion. But a 5 paragraphs essay is a common length for academic writing. So if you would like to write by academic way, you should make it or paraphrase your essay through 5 paragraphs. The first one is introduction, and the last one is conclusion, and the third at the middle is a body for our essay. Okay, what we have on the next slide, or what we'll discuss, inshallah. Okay, I should give you some equal meaning or some equal words that give it the same meaning for essay and the antonyms for the essay word. So essay, it's equal to try, attempt, seek, paper, test, trial, composition, effort, article, and essay. All of these synonyms, it can be comes an essay meaning. So what is the antonyms for the essay word? So the antonyms for essay is forget, illness, pass, laziness, entertainment, fun, pastime, peace, laze, and idle. So all of these antonyms, it's the opposite of essay word. Okay, now we will transfer for the next slide. What we have here, we have parts of an essay. What do you think parts of an essay is, or are, sorry? At what we discussed before, we have 3 main parts, and we talked about it already. Okay, the first part is introduction. How can we analyze the introduction? How we can make a definition, the good sentence for it? We can say that this includes your thesis statement. This is the meaningful for our introduction. So if you began your essay, you should fit your thesis through your introduction when you want to write your introduction. Number 2, body. What do you think body is? Or what is the suitable meaning for it? So 3 supporting paragraphs if you would like to write by academic way. But in general, 1 for body part is suitable. And the last things and important, we will focus on this conclusion because it's our lesson today. Wrapping it up, restarting your opinion. What they mean by restarting your opinion, which means that you should summarize your idea that already mentioned in your introduction and in your body. So make it by sentences and summarizing it in a meaningful sentence through your conclusion. Okay, now we will transfer for an example. We will apply that point which we discussed before and what is the kind, and we will define through this example. Look at the examples. It's from your pupil's book on page 110. What do you think is it? Ask yourself. So, when I saw the passage, I think it's a conclusion for something. How can I know that? How can I know? Because it begins by something, by techniques, by strategies. We will see it on the next slide. At first, let's go and discuss what we have. It seems there is much we may never know about Stonehenge. So for all the years that scientists have studied this prehistoric moment. Okay? So look at that. What he talking about? He talk about that area in Europe. The name of it is Stonehenge, which means that make a confusion for the science to analyzing how the people in that time building this stone town. Okay, what's the next step? We do not know whether it was used as a scientific observatory, as a place where people were buried, or as a place to which people came from ancient ceremonies. So, however, one thing is clear. They give it an example here. Stonehenge reveals the amazing mathematical sophistication and engineering knowledge of its builders. How did these builders have such a complex mathematical understanding thousands of years before the Egyptians arrived at the principles of modern mathematics? And this is perhaps the greatest mystery of Stonehenge and will be speculated about for many years to come. And at the end, the mystery of the Stonehenge, which means that this analyze or this quoted take from the conclusion according to that title. Okay, at first, when we want to see this conclusion, he fit something inside it. So he fit one thing is clear. They give it an examples for that amazing mathematical in his essay. And what he is also did, he gave a definition for it, engineering knowledge for its builders. And how the writer make his her readers still exciting about what we have in his conclusion. That is our focus on our conclusion, that what we calling it effective conclusion. He add or fit some a good sentence about what he write or know to analyze this. After that, he asked the reader a question and he give him a long term to think about it. He asked him, what do you think about that one? So he let the answer is open for the reader. By this way, you can keep your reader think and think until the end and still exciting about your effective essay. So this is perhaps the greatest mystery of Stonehenge and will be speculated about of many years to come. Okay, according to this effective conclusion in your pupil's book, let me discuss the strategies that help you to apply, help you to make an effective conclusion in your essay or in your writing essay. Okay, that's what we want to talk about, that we want to focus about the things. What are strategies for an effective conclusion? There is some techniques we should follow it when you want to make it an effective, not a normal conclusion, an effective one. Let we see or discuss what that strategies. Number one, okay, play the so what game. What they mean by so what game? If you fit your introduction, your effective conclusion by so what, which means that you leave or you make a big long term for your reader to ask himself about what the writer want to say or what the writer want to fit inside the effective conclusion. Number two, ponder that question and answer it. So you fit the question. It's a game. And so what? Complete that question. What do you want to do at the second step of it? You should ponder that question. You should give what is the best of that question, and what is the good one, or what is the things that you see it's better for the writer to think about it, to keep it in his mind. So ponder that question and answer it. Don't forget to answer that question when you began that game. Okay, what is the third step for our strategies when we want to write an effective conclusion? It is make a suggestion. At first we apply the game, then we ponder that question and answer it. The third one, we make a suggestion. Make a suggestion, which means that leave your reader sharing your effective conclusion. Give him a long term. Give him to apply some advice, to make independent research, to make a lot of things, and exactly what we want to say, make a challenge with your reader. And the fourth step or the fourth strategies for our lesson today is look to the future. What they mean by look the future? If I want to talk about effective conclusion, which means that I should close my essay. Okay, miss, what they mean by look to the future? Which means that look from your brain, look from your opinion. What is the long term for this advice you give it to your reader, to your opinion in the future, and so on. So let us make a space for the reader to sharing us, to suggest, to give an example, to advise, to think until in the future time. Okay, by the end of this question, we notice that we have 4 strategies is suitable for make an effective conclusion for our lesson. At first, we talk about how we apply that question. So what? It's we fitting through our conclusion. The second one, when we put the game, we should ending by answering it. The third one, let a space for your reader to put the advice, to give an example, to build another or make another research, and so on. And the fourth one, or the last one, you should close your conclusion by looking from the future, from your own, from your opinion, from your or summarizing the ideas, and so on. Okay, by the end of our lesson today, I want to remind you about the important points that we discussed in our lesson is, number 1, we talk about the meaning of essay, and number 2, we talk about the parts of our essay, and number 3, we talk or we discuss what is the meaning of effective essay, and we give strategies, we give synonyms of it, and we give antonyms for some synonyms of our lesson. And the last thing is that if we want an effective essay, we should apply strategies to make it an academy passage or academy essay. And by the end of our lesson, I would like to thank you for the good follow-up, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much.